Hello, ARMY. Welcome back to BTS K-Pop Vibes, your #1 destination for the latest BTS updates, viral moments, and breaking stories straight from Seoul. If you love staying ahead on everything about the boys, you're exactly where you need to be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's dive into today's story. For years, ARMY has waited, wondered, and questioned what was truly happening between Jungkook and Taehyung. But tonight, everything changes, because for the first time in what feels like forever, both of them have finally stepped forward, breaking the silence and revealing the truth fans never expected to hear. From hidden moments to long-buried explanations, what they've just shared is already sending shockwaves through the fandom. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will completely rewrite everything you thought you knew. The relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung has always been wrapped in layers of mystery, whispers, rumors, and unanswered questions that only grew louder each time the two quietly slipped out of the spotlight together. ARMY searched for clues in every performance, every glance, every subtle interaction that seemed to say more than words ever could. But behind the scenes, something deeper was unfolding, something neither of them felt ready to reveal to the world. It wasn't just distance, it wasn't just timing, it was the weight of expectations, the pressure of constant observation, the burden of trying to stay true to themselves while millions of eyes analyzed their every move. And in the middle of it all, they carried a bond that fans could feel even when neither of them said a single word. Their silence wasn't emptiness, it was protection. It was their way of shielding something fragile from being misunderstood. Yet, as the years passed, that silence only grew louder. The world kept demanding explanations, and ARMY's curiosity intensified. Every candid moment, every rare interaction, every spark between them turned into thousands of online theories. And even though neither Jungkook nor Taehyung addressed it directly, their actions hinted that something meaningful was happening behind closed doors. Everything shifted the moment Jungkook made an unexpected confession during a private conversation that later reached the fandom. It wasn't a rumor, it wasn't a leak, it was a moment of honesty, one that revealed just how heavy the silence had become for him. He spoke about pressure, misunderstandings, and the fear that anything he said would be twisted. Taehyung listened quietly, absorbing every word, knowing he too had been carrying the same weight. That vulnerable exchange became the spark that changed everything. Just days later, the two stood side by side again, not as idols forced into the spotlight, but as two individuals finally ready to speak. Fans were not prepared for what followed. Jungkook and Taehyung stepped forward together, sharing the truth they had protected for so long. And the truth wasn't dramatic, it wasn't scandalous, it wasn't a shocking secret. It was something far more human, far more real. They spoke about growth, about distance, about how silence doesn't always mean separation, and most importantly, about how their bond never disappeared, it simply evolved. For the first time in years, their voices filled the space that rumors once dominated. The fandom felt the shift instantly. Suddenly, the unanswered questions made sense. Suddenly, the fragments of their story aligned with clarity only they could provide. And just like that, years of silence shattered, replaced with a truth that felt worth the wait. When Jungkook and Taehyung opened up, it wasn't loud, it wasn't chaotic, it wasn't the explosive reveal the internet had anticipated. Instead, it was calm, steady, honest, and sometimes honesty delivered softly shakes the world more than any dramatic confession ever could. Taehyung began by explaining something fans had always sensed but never fully understood. Growing older doesn't just change a person, it transforms the relationships around them. His tone carried calmness, yet every word felt weighted with years of unspoken thoughts. He shared how their schedules pulled them in opposite directions, how responsibilities piled up, and how maintaining a perfect image often forced distance between even the closest people. But he clarified something crucial. Despite the distance, despite the silence, despite the changing seasons of their lives, their bond was never gone. It was evolving in ways the world simply couldn't see. Jungkook nodded as Taehyung spoke, his expression revealing relief mixed with vulnerability. When it was his turn, he didn't hold back. He admitted that during their quietest years, fear consumed him. Fear that anything he said or did would be misunderstood, exaggerated, or magnified beyond recognition. The pressure of being constantly watched became overwhelming, so he chose silence, not to protect himself, but to protect their connection. He explained that some moments aren't meant to be captured, analyzed, or turned into theories. Some moments are meant to remain personal, and for a long time, protecting those private memories felt more important than offering explanations. As Jungkook continued speaking, something shifted. His voice grew steadier, warmer, as if he was finally releasing a burden carried for years. He admitted how much he missed the simplicity of being around Taehyung, the comfort of small conversations, the effortless laughter that didn't feel monitored. In that confession, fans realized something profound. The silence wasn't distance, it was longing. Taehyung then offered his truth. He admitted there were times he wanted to reach out, to close the gap, to reconnect the way they once had, but hesitation held him back. Not for himself, but for Jungkook. He feared adding pressure, feared igniting even larger misunderstandings. Every small gesture could spark waves of speculation neither of them were ready to face. And yet, the truth remained clear. The bond fans felt, the bond that created countless unforgettable moments, never broke, it never faded, it simply went quiet, waiting for the right moment to breathe again. As they finished speaking, years of rumors and exaggerated narratives began to dissolve. What remained was something real. Two human beings navigating friendship, growth, identity, and the weight of global attention. The silence that followed their reveal felt different. This silence was peaceful. This silence felt like understanding. This silence felt like both closure and a new beginning. But what happened next? No one saw that coming. Days passed and the world was still buzzing. Clips circulated everywhere. Timelines, fan edits, reaction videos, late-night discussions. Everyone had an opinion, everyone had a theory. But behind the scenes, something had already begun shifting naturally. For the first time in years, Jungkook felt calm when Taehyung's name appeared on his phone. A simple message, nothing dramatic, just, "Are you free tomorrow?" It shouldn't have meant much, but it did. After a pause, Jungkook replied, "Yeah, let's meet." No fanfare, no hesitation, just two people choosing to reconnect. They met the next day in a quiet practice room filled with memories from their trainee days. Not glamorous, not curated, just familiar. When Taehyung walked in, Jungkook was already there. Their eyes met, not awkwardness, not tension, familiarity. They talked lightly at first, music, life, projects. Then an old song began playing from a Bluetooth speaker, a track they used to dance to during exhausting trainee nights. "Remember this?" Taehyung smiled. "How could I forget?" Jungkook laughed. Without planning it, Jungkook stood and moved to the rhythm, not a performance, just instinct. Taehyung joined him, and suddenly it felt like time had folded gracefully around them. They laughed when they stumbled, teased each other when they missed a beat. In that imperfect, genuine moment, everything strained began to aligning again. At one point, Taehyung paused and watched Jungkook quietly. "People forget how much we've been through together," he said softly. Jungkook stopped and met his gaze. "Yeah," he replied, "but we didn't." That sentence lingered. They weren't just reconnecting, they were rediscovering. Rediscovering comfort, rediscovering trust, rediscovering a bond that had survived distance without breaking. But as they left the building side by side, a single shutter click changed everything. A photo captured them together, and within minutes, the internet erupted. The image wasn't staged, it wasn't filtered, it was real. Jungkook and Taehyung walking naturally beside each other. Hashtags trended worldwide, news outlets reported, fans analyzed every detail, their steps, their smiles, the subtle tilt of Jungkook's head. Later that night, Jungkook saw the photo online, surprised but not panicked. Then his phone rang. "Taehyung, "You saw it?" Jungkook replied, softly. A pause, then Taehyung laughed. "Well, I guess there's no hiding now." Jungkook smiled. "Maybe that's okay." And for the first time in years, exposure didn't feel suffocating. It felt freeing. The next morning, a fan video surfaced showing them laughing, walking naturally. At one point, Taehyung gently nudged Jungkook's arm. A small gesture, soft, warm, unmistakably genuine. And Jungkook's reaction, that quiet smile, said more than years of silence ever could.